Hello guys, welcome back to Analytics with Priyam. So in this video, I will tell you about the buttons and bookmarks. So basically buttons and bookmarks are very much helpful. So you can create a page navigation, you can create a slicer pane, you can create the reset button with the help of a button and bookmarks. Suppose you are having the two visuals and you want to switch the two visuals, just like you want to hide one visual and you want to show one visual, you can do the switching with the help of a button and bookmarks. In this video, I will tell you about the page navigation with the help of a button and bookmarks and the practical use cases where you can use the buttons and bookmarks. So in this video, I will cover this. So guys, let's back to screen. So let me open the Power BI report. So I'm opening the blank report and here what I will do, I will import the data and first of all, I will try to create the page navigation with the help of a button and bookmark. Okay, so here the report is opened. Now let me add the data. So in the download section, I'm already having a sales data. So let me import this one. Okay, it is having the three tables. Let me load this one. Once I will create the page navigation, it will just act like an app. Okay, so let me adjust something. So we need one calendar table. Let me go to the transform data to add one calendar table. Okay, let me add a new query. Okay, in the advanced editor. So I'm already having the M code. Let me copy it. Let me paste it. Okay, so we have to find out the max and the min date. Okay, so let me cancel it so that I can find out the max and the minimum date. Okay, this one is our sales date. Let me short it to ascending. So our starting date is 14/6/2024 and the min date max date is 14/6/2025. Okay, basically we are having only 1 year of data. So let me modify the date 06/06/14 and here it is 25. Okay, okay, so our calendar table is created. Let me name it as a calendar. Okay, so basically here one thing I need to do, I need to sort this month name with month number. Okay, go to let me. Okay, so basically we will do that in the data view. Let me close and apply. Okay, so month name sorted by month. Okay, now in modeling we have to create a relationship with our fact table. So date with the sales date. Okay, okay, so now our relationship is created from many to one. Okay, now let me go to our report view. Now let me add something. So first of all we are going to add the text box. Okay, let me adjust it. So we are going to write in the text box. So I'm going to write it as a page navigation. Okay, now let me select this and increase the width, increase the height. Okay, now let me give some space. Okay, basically when we are turning on the title and we are going to write the title, we cannot modify this because I need some extra spaces here, so I need to modify this into the text box only. Okay, now this is done, and let me add the text color, background color. Okay, so let me add this one or this one. Okay, now what we are going to do, we are going to select one icon. So let me insert one button so that in that button I can select the icon as a menu option. Okay, let me modify it. Okay, now let me, okay, so now let me add the icon. I'm already having this menu icon, so I've added this one. Okay, 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 again we are going to add one text box. Okay, we have to set the height and width, and let me give the color also. Okay, now let me go back to our selection pane. Okay, let me select it and send it to backward, and button we have to bring to forward. Okay, okay, so basically this one is created. Now let me add one more text box. Okay, let me add one button. Okay, I'm adding a blank button. Okay, okay, let me add the black color. Okay, also let me fill the color. The color should be same. Okay, let me set the height and width. Okay, this one is done. So basically how this will act, let me add one bookmark. Okay, so this is in open stage. So let me create one bookmark. Okay, so basically this is in open state. So let me add one bookmark and name it as open. So bookmark basically captures the current snapshot of this canvas. So it was in open state, so I have taken the screenshot and this one is open. I have named it as open. Now what I am going to do, in the selection pane I am going to hide this one. Okay, button I need to open this one, this one. Okay, these things I need to keep in the close state. Let me add one bookmark as a close. Okay, so basically when it will open it will show like this, and when it will close it will show like this. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to select this and I'm going to give an action as bookmark as open. Okay, so once I will click it will open. Now for to this I will give the action as close. Okay, now when I will click on here it will close. Now let me show you. Okay, now how this will work. When I will click on here it will show, and when I will click on here it will close. Okay, it will work like an app. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add some pages and I'm going to add some visuals. Basically here what I'm going to do, here I will add the buttons and I will name it according to the pages. Okay, so once I will click on that button it will navigate to the selected page. Okay, so let me add one by one. Okay, let me create some of the visuals here. So this one is our page, and now let me name it as overview. Okay, let me add some of the visuals. Okay, let me add one card visual. Here I will show the total sales. Okay, let me format it some, just like, let me turn off this one, and in title let me write down as a total sales. Okay, let me turn on the border also. Now let me add one two slicers. Here let me take the ear slicer. Okay, let me format it as a drop down. I need to select. Okay, let me copy this one. Okay, let me add the month. Okay, now let me add one of the visual. Okay, let me add the column chart. Okay, x-axis month name. Okay, let me add the border. Okay, now let me add one more button as a back button. Okay, once we will click here, it will navigate. Okay, okay, once we will click here, it will navigate to our first page. Let me name it as a summary. Okay, overview. Let me create one more page. Let me copy the same. Okay, let me add the tree map. Category by country. Okay, let me add the legend. Okay, let me add the data labels. Okay, we turn on the border. Now let me add one more button as a back button. So here I'm going to name it as a sales by location. Okay, let me add one more page. Let me copy these one. Let me add 2 3 charts more. Okay, let me add one pie chart. Show total sales by category. Okay, let me turn on the border. Now let me create one donut chart. Okay, here let me show the total sales by quarter. Okay, let me use the format painter to turn on the border. Okay, let me add one more chart as a funnel chart. Add the total sales by category. Okay, let me use the format painter to turn on the border for this one. Okay, now let me add the back button. Let me name it as a sales by category. Okay, now in summary page, let me add something. Okay, let me add the table visual. copy these one. Now let me add the product name category one by one. Quantity, country, city, total sales, and let me add the sales date, month name, okay, and also let me add the quarter. Let me format this one also. Okay, let me turn off this title. Column headers should be bold, and in the middle, okay, let me take it in the, let me add some grid, vertical grids also. Okay, now let me keep in the middle. Okay, so it is looking now perfect. Okay, so what I am going to do here, let me name one by one. Okay, first of all, I'm going to add one of the button, blank button. Okay, let me format it. We don't want the border. Let me put the title. Title will be overview. First of all, the overview page. Okay, should be in the middle. Oh, let me here. Let me write down the text. Okay, let me copy it and write down and paste it. Okay, this one. Okay, this one, let me name it as a sales by location. Okay, let me name it as a sales by category. Okay, now for to this one we need the page navigation. Let me turn on this one as a page navigation destination to overview. And okay, for this one we want the page navigation to sales by location, and for this one we need the page navigation for to sales by category. Okay, so all these things are done. Now what we need to do, we have to update it. We have to update the bookmarks, because we have done first of all we have created only the page navigation pan. We have added these buttons here afterwards, so we need to update the bookmarks. Okay, let me go to our bookmarks. So it is in closed state, it is in open state. Let me update it. Okay, now for to the closed state. Okay, closed state, we need to hide these one. So in the selection pane, okay, we need to hide this one and we need to update it. Okay, now let me show you how it is working. Okay, now we are clicking on here, we are clicking on overview, we are going back. Okay, it is not working. Let me format it. Okay, we have not given the action. Okay, we have to turn on the action. Let me go back. Let me go to sales by location. Here also we need to add the action. Again, let me click on sales by category. Here also we need to turn on the action. Okay, now let me close this pan. So, okay, now one thing more, what I'm going to do here, basically when we are going to hover over it, so it should change the color. And also when we are on overview page, so this should highlight. So let me do that modification also. Okay, let me go to this one and format. On hover it should change the color from this to, let me change it to red. Okay, same thing we need to do with this one. With this one also. Okay, we can also change the text color, or we can change the icons also. Whatever you want you can change. So we are having the default option, so by default it is black. On press also you can change the text color, just like on press it should go to yellow. Okay. Okay, to yellow. Now it is working like this. Okay, now let me update it. Here I am going to, on press I am going to give the default as black. Okay, I have kept only on hover and default. Okay. Okay, so like this you can create the page navigation. One thing more I want to show you, you can also create the reset button, just like I have selected any of the month, any of the month name, any of the year. So you are having 7 to 8 slicers and all are having the value selected. So you want to reset, you have to reset one by one. But you want to reset at once, you can create a reset button. Okay, let me create a blank button. Let me name it as a reset. Okay, it is on hover default state, should be. Okay, also let me add the color. Okay, so here in the action you can give clear all slicer. Okay, once you are clicking on here it will clear all the slicer. Okay, so these kind of things you can do. So you can also create a slicer pan, just like it will open, it will show all the slices, and when you will close it, it will be closed. Okay, so like this you can create interactive visuals and interactive buttons, bookmarks, and with the help of buttons and bookmarks you can interact with all the visuals. Okay, so thank you for watching this video. I will paste the this pbix file and the dataset file into our description, where you can copy it and you can practice it. Thank you.